If your Fire Stick received the brand new Amazon update, as you can see on my device, please stop what you're doing just for a moment, because after installing this new update on my device, I noticed several settings have now completely changed. They've been reset, and in some cases are now in completely different places. And this is the problem, because most Fire Stick users are never going to check, which means that your device now could be sharing more information, showing you more adverts, and even behaving differently without you realizing it. So in this video today, let me show you the most important settings every Fire Stick user should check after this latest update. Some of them have been moved, some of them have been reset, and there's one setting towards the end of this video I think every Fire Stick user should disable immediately. Let's jump right into it. Now, before changing anything, let's just confirm that we are running the latest update. The way you do that is navigate over to your settings, go to where it says My IPTV, click on About, and where it says Check for Updates. And we can see now, as of the 11th of June, my device is now running the latest update. So ensure that your device is running the latest update. Amazon has been pushing multiple updates recently, and depending on your model, you may see some updates pending in the background. So once you confirm that, let's now actually check and see what Amazon have changed on this device. So the first thing I recommend you do is go back into settings, go down into preferences, go to where it says privacy settings. This is always the first place I check after any Fire Stick update, because it just seems like Amazon is constantly making changes to these settings. So the first option we see here is called interest-based ads. You want to definitely turn that off, because Amazon is trying to build an advertising profile based on how you use your Fire Stick. So the applications you launch, the content that you watch, how you interact with your device, all of that data is being collected. So we definitely want to turn this option off. Once you've done that, then you have collect app usage data. So Amazon is trying to see or track how frequently you use certain applications and how long you use them for. So again, no benefit for us leaving this on. I would highly recommend you turn this off. That's now done. Then we have device usage data. So Amazon claim that this is helping improve their products and services, but in reality, as we know, it just means that they want to collect more data from your device. So again, click on that and make sure this is now turned off. So if your Fire Stick did receive the latest update, were any of these settings turned on for you? Do leave me a comment below. Next up, we have one of the big ones, which is manage sharing from applications. So this option isn't available for all devices, but if you do see it, you want to click on that. And this setting allows compatible applications to share viewing information and activities across services. So like, for example, your watch history, your viewing habits, recommendations. So again, I personally recommend clicking on that and turn this option off, because the understanding is the less information Amazon collect from your device, the less type of advertising or marketing they can push to it. And it also means that your device is less busy, because it's not collecting and sending back that information back to Amazon. So definitely double check and make sure that's also turned off, as Amazon regularly add in new settings, new options, which typically means more data collection. This is why I always recommend do double check these settings after every major update. Now, whilst you're here, guys, you can also turn off your home screen adverts. So go back to preferences, click on featured content, and you have two options here: allow video autoplay and also allow audio autoplay. If you've ever turned your Fire Stick on and you're just navigating through, and all of a sudden a trailer just starts blasting through your speakers, this is because these options are set to autoplay by default. So again, we want to click on that and turn this option off, and turn this one off as well. And this fixes it immediately, and your Fire Stick now becomes cleaner, quieter, and definitely less cluttered. And for me personally, this is one of the first settings I disable on all of my Fire Sticks, all of my Fire TVs, just for that more smoother operation. Now, the next setting is something that can actually remove your applications without you knowing. So it is something I highly recommend you double check and make sure you turn it off. And for that, let's go back into the settings, go to applications. Let's click on that. And we can see at the bottom, I've already turned mine off. We have the feature called automatic app offload. Now, Amazon say this is a way that you can now save storage on your device, because applications will be automatically uninstalled, the ones that you're not regularly using. But I've noticed with certain applications, particularly with third-party applications, it does incorrectly identify that you are not using them, and then it tries to offload them. So I would highly recommend you turn this off, because I personally recommend that we as the device owners should choose exactly what stays on the device and what gets taken off. So definitely double check and make sure this is turned off. And one bonus setting whilst you're still here is that something that drives most people insane is a navigation click. So if you back out of this, go to display and audio, let's click on that. Let's click on audio. And we can see we have navigation sound. So you want to click on that and turn that off. So this basically means that as you're navigating around, those navigation clicks will now be turned off. And most people do prefer to have them off, and I'm sure your sanity will thank you. Now, I think the biggest takeaway is the fact that we do understand that whenever Amazon release a major Fire Stick update, never ever assume that all of your settings you had before, particularly the privacy settings, particularly the data collection settings, never assume they're still set the same way as they were before the update was pushed to your device. So do double check and make sure all of those settings are exactly how you want them on your device. And it's also important to remember that your privacy settings are only one aspect of protecting yourself online. The other aspect, I would say is probably the main aspect, is that when you are doing anything on your streaming device, it is essential that you activate your VPN before doing anything on your device, because when you activate your VPN, you're now protecting yourself, you're protecting your privacy, and it ensures that your ISP, your internet service provider, can't monitor you, and more importantly, they can't throttle your connection. IPVanish is the VPN I've been using for more than 5 years. It's super fast, super reliable, and if you scan that QR code, you will get a special price just for Tech Doctor UK fans, and it also is the best way to support me and my work. So many thanks for doing that. So that's pretty much of this video, guys. Many thanks for watching. Do leave me a comment below if you have double checked your privacy and your data log